I got goals to chase, I got roads to pave. Not yet where I wanna be, but I got close today. I went ghost today, I got least to say. I've been focused on these dreams like I didn't sleep today. Y'all can be so amazed, y'all ain't seen nothing like this.
Boys, it's been a crazy year for us, right? A very crazy year for us. The hobby's been a crazy 2.5, let's say 3 years. I don't know how long's COVID been, but let's go 2.5 to 3 years. Where are we heading? Right? Like, the game has changed, and you know, the card game has changed, but also the investment game around the card game has changed, right? We touched upon NFTs, crypto.
Fractional ownership is becoming a popular thing.
All that affects the card hobby as well. Where are we heading? I think, and I've said this in the past, right? Like, cards have been around for 100 years, and I think they will be around for another 100 years, right? I'm very confident in that. And I think the card market is balancing and getting healthy, right? Prices that were crazy high, that shouldn't have been crazy high, are coming back down to where they should be. And we've talked about this on many other segments, right? And I think that's healthy for the hobby, right? I think the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, that's healthy, right? That gets us back to ground.
And I kind of think too, like, there's a lot of people that, I don't want to say that shouldn't be in the hobby, or let's say people that are in it for the wrong reasons. Sure. It's starting to get weeded out, where, let's say, margins are being cut, prices are coming down. So someone that's just in it just for the dollar, let's say, it's kind of separating, where the real hobby enthusiasts who actually care about the cards and care about ripping, the community, they're going to stay. Sure. But the ones that are in it, let's say, you know, for the other side of it, it's kind of getting weeded out because the opportunities aren't necessarily there as much.
Here's the other thing. Where's the hobby heading in general? No idea. And do you know, and what I'm getting to is fanatics.
Yeah.
What I'm getting to is fanatics right here. As an LCS owner, right, and I love and breathe this hobby, do we know if we'll be getting hobby product ever in 5 years? No idea. No idea, right? Or retail, right? Because Fanatics is going to change the game a little bit, right? You know, we'll still be getting where Upper Deck Diamond dealers will be getting that, but
and keep in mind, Upper Deck is the only brand, well, Panini too, but Upper Deck and Panini, now that Topps is Fanatics. So you basically have Upper Deck Hockey that still is a standalone company, but in 5 years, does Upper Deck become Fanatics? Entirely possible. Does Panini become Fanatics? Entirely possible. They have the cash in the bank flow to do it if they wanted to. But I think you can't talk about the future of the hobby without talking about Fanatics, because Fanatics has essentially consolidated the biggest licenses in the game, with the exception of, you know, hockey and a few others. F1. Well, now Topps is F1. UFC. Yeah, UFC and WWE. Yeah. Fair. But I think that, you know, despite not understanding the future of the hobby or being unable to predict it, I want to be optimistic and I want to be bullish in the sense that the Fanatics thing is going to be very, very good for the hobby, because no matter how you look at it, Fanatics as a brand and what they've done traditionally with, you know, their jerseys and the hats and everything else that has to do with sort of sports paraphernalia and ultimately the sports fan, has been a very positive experience. So I think, you know, having a fresh set of, you know, people in control, fresh eyeballs, fresh perspective, understanding the future, understanding the potential is good for the hobby, because let's call a spade a spade. Cards have been around for 100 years. The people that have been controlling the hobby and the card industry have been around for a very long time. And it's very difficult to sort of take fresh perspectives on things when you've been doing it a certain way for a long time, or you've been, you know, conducting the hobby in a certain way for a long time, because it's also been working. There's nothing really wrong. I mean, listen, you know, hobby shop owners will complain about 100 different things, like any business owner will within any industry. But ultimately, it's been working. You know, the hobby's been thriving. Everyone's, you know, been enjoying it. So for a lot of those reasons, it doesn't force companies to sort of reevaluate and totally pivot and you know, blow things up and start fresh again. And the Fanatics thing is going to naturally do that. So I think that's going to be good for everyone, from the hobby shop to the card collector to the athlete. Because now athletes are going to participate in the upside.
They're getting a piece of it.
They're getting a piece of it. I think that's huge. I think that's important.
And I'm optimistic with the Fanatics deal in terms of when you kind of break it down. Leadership.
Yeah,
They've got great leadership. Yes. Those are some smart dudes that are running this, that are heading this, and they give a shit.
It's people who care about the hobby.
They give a shit. So I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. I think it's only gonna grow and in a good way, right? With creative, nice new products and different channels that you're gonna be able to get these products as well.
At the end of the day, it's more than just money, right?
Thanks for watching, guys. 3235 Yonge Street. Follow us at Relikks. We appreciate, love all the support, and we're going to keep pushing out new content for you guys. Thank you.